on the double.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Watch the pass, watch the pass.
Keep it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Protein spell. 5. Get it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This into the hands of Marvin Hall, complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
You go take. You got time.
Now a give right side. Dobbins, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield. Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
Hey, 626.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
25.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They give to Johnson going right. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch.
80 weapons.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Preston Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago. And another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
They'll look to throw here. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Rip left, back one. To the 50.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Check. Lucky.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go. Slam. No.
Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Through 1 quarter, 9-7 our score. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, team 6.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Give them 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 48-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Back to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
On first down, Dobbins trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
At the 9-yard line.
Throwing on second down, Rodgers is going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be third down.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Lions will take over. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. It's the Dolphins that have jumped out to the early lead against the Patriots. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now back to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. As his guys are in for 6. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Little loft on that touchdown pass and sort of dropped it in the breadbasket perfectly.
Right in the bucket. And when you're coming out of college and you're a rookie in the NFL, sometimes you forget about the different types of throws you have to make. You just rely on your fastball and throw it as hard as you can all the time. But in this situation, he understood and threw it in a spot where only his receiver was going to get it and no one else. That was pretty.
Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Inside. Check. Kelly. Don't let Kelly.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Now they go screen. It's complete. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Go. Mike's 40. Watch the slant. Check 37.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Check. Check 99. Check 30. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Let's get that ball. Check it. Easy. Check it.
Rodgers again now. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Only a yard in the completion. It's second and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Show it up. Switch. Alert 3. Scan 300. Mike 40. Check. He's coming.
On second down, Dobbins. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3 yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So here we go on a third and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet.
88. Hey, Mike. Hey, Haywood. 40's Mike. Check 50. Hey, check 26. Check 31. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll try to run this one in. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. They come out here in the eye. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Tighten up, tighten up. Tighten up. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
They'll try and run for it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good, and the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
On the ready.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Right back to him on 1st down. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Out, 50. Wide left.
Throwing is Rodgers. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
They're running it. Hey, 626. Hey, orbit. Here, Mike.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
Kill. Get Mike. Go to 50. Buzz.
Now Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
They'll set up the throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. Oh, the return is Jones. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Mike's free. I'm coming.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use momentum to launch another one.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
At the 6-yard line.
X3, 218, chop it. 53's Mike. Check, 53's Mike. Here I come. Tight dog.
Here's Rodgers. That's complete, right around the 8. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
26. Back north. Hey, seam 6. 53.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
The kick by Tavecchio is good. And with that, they move ahead by a point here in this third quarter. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Let's put him on the bus. Let's put that team on the bus. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come here, switch it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Back now at Lambeau. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 yards for the Lions there and a 1st down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. That's
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers is going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Check 20's long. Inside. 51 the money, boy. 51. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Check the backer. Check the backer.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Go, Mike. Blue 58. Check 30. Hey, let's go. Scan 300. Scan 300. Check 3.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is third down and 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers. COATESV1LLE'S, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They're going to look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Zadarius Smith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. That's taken on the 25. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Check hot route. Hot. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Check. Slam. Bring that down.
On second down now, Dobbins, and he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike 40. He can't hang. Hey, take 26. Hey, Mike. 6 guys. Hey, Charlie.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as you understand where they are on the field?
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Sponge. No. Check 43. Kill. 49. Check 49. You go tight. You got tight right there. Yeah.
They'll try the left side. Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Hatchet. Check. Crunch. Hey, Mike. Check 26. Yeah, Liz. Flip it down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
No. 319. Jump to 50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Tavecchio puts this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. This is taken at the 3. Dances by him. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. They've gone to the 4th quarter now in Dallas. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jair Alexander, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Will Harris there to make the play. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Rodgers looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
On play action, Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break.